Jai. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamunatira Vanacharya. Yamunatira Vanacharya. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Munatira Vanacharyam. Yamunatira Vanacharyam. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivraja Kacharya Ashtatarashata Shishimad. His Divine Grace Shila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, third chapter. Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Text 34. Yadyesho parata devi maya vaisharadimati sampanna eveti vidur mahimni sve mahiyate yadyesho parata devi maya vaisharadimati sampanna eveti vidur mahimni sve mahiyate desho parata devi ya vaisharadimati sampanna eveti vidur mahimni sve mahiyate Yesho Parata Devi Maya Vaisharadimati Sampana Eveti Vidur Mahimni Sve Mahiyate Yesho Parata Devi Maya Vaisharadimati Sampana Eveti Vidur Mahimni Sve Mahiyate Yadi if however Esha they Uparata subsided Devi Maya illusory energy Vaisharadi full of knowledge Matihi enlightenment Sampana enriched with Eva certainly Iti thus Vidu being cognizant of Mahimni in the glories Sve of the self Mahiyate being situated in. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki if the illusory energy subsides and the living entity becomes fully enriched with knowledge by the grace of the Lord, then he becomes at once enlightened with self-realization and thus becomes situated in his own glory. Purport. Because the Lord is the absolute transcendence, all of his forms, names, pastimes, attributes, associates, and energies are identical with him. His transcendental energy acts according to his omnipotency. The same energy acts as his external, internal, and marginal energy, and by his omnipotency he can perform anything and everything through the agency of one of the above energies. He can turn the external energy into internal by his will. Therefore, by his grace, the external energy which is employed in illusioning those living beings who want to have it subsides by the will of the Lord in terms of repentance and penance for the conditioned soul. And the very same energy then acts to help the purified living being make progress on the path of self-realization. The example of electrical energy is very appropriate in this connection. The expert electrician can utilize the electrical energy for both heating and cooling by adjustment only. Similarly, the external energy, which now bewilders the living being into continuation of birth and death, is turned into internal potency by the will of the Lord to lead the living being to eternal life. When a living being is thus graced by the Lord, he is placed in his proper constitutional position to enjoy eternal spiritual life. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shimate Praladananda Swamiti Namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namine. Aste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shnevadi Pashyate Adeshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I was discussing with some aspiring devotees on Sunday, and he was asking me to tell him something that would surprise him. and I don't know what he was expecting, but and then I told him, no, I will tell you something new for you. You are not the body. And then I explained that yeah, we know all these things, but we don't know. For example, if you know that you are not the body, the next verse, Krishna says, Matras parshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkada agama paino nityas tam stitik shasva bharata. If you know that you are not the body, then you don't care so much about the body. You hear, yes, I'm the body. And then you get out. And then, oh, but my body, but what I feel and what I... Okay. So, we don't know. Today is Srila Prabhupada's Sannyas Day. And for me, it's like amazing how Srila Prabhupada can present things so simple, like in this purport, he presents things in such a simple way, and then you might think, well, these simple things. This you just have to read the Vedas, and you read. It's very simple. Everyone understand. For us, like, okay, we heard so many things. Oh, I'm not the body. And we think, oh, yeah, this is so basic. But if you meet people on the streets and people in general, you'll see it's not so basic. I was talking on Sundays with some young Indians, very bright usually, like these Indians, very bright, coming from this some sort of Vedic culture, and yeah, like amazing people, and with culture and with everything. And then you talk to them, and then you see, their philosophy is usually a mess, a huge mess. And then this boy, he was from Benares, and as soon as he told me that he's from Varanasi, I was like, oh my God. He was asking me, have you been to Varanasi? No, but I heard everything about Varanasi, and I'm sure I know your philosophy better than you do. So, of course, you have these people who come from South India. Usually, if they come from South India, there's more hope. They know a bit more who is who. But usually, people in India, they are panchopasakas. They worship this. I found a definition which is very nice. It says, Panchopasana is worshipped by impersonalist Mayavadis of 5 deities, Vishnu, Durga, Brahma, Ganesh, and Vivasvan, sun god, that is motivated by the desire to ultimately abandon all conceptions of personal absolute. So these people who are supposed to be advanced in Vedic culture, just from this definition you find 2 big misconceptions. If you ask traditional Indians which deities they are worshipping, they are worshipping everyone. if you you find a traditional Indian altar, you find that everyone is there. You have Brahma, there Shiva is there, Durga is there, Ganesh is there. Um, Vishnu can also be there sometimes. They put Vishnu there also, and then they have some this yogi, that other yogi, this spiritual guide, that other spiritual guide, and sometimes they even have Jesus Christ there, and it's everyone there, because they have no idea who is who. they, they, they don't know. Of course, we also have many personalities on the altar, but it's a very clear who is who and what's the role of everyone in the whole picture. But the traditional Indian, they have no idea who is who. So they are like, we worship everyone, we want to get along with everyone, because who knows? One of them might be God. So that's the state of knowledge they have. And of course, if you read Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says very clear, men of small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. So Krishna is saying, yes, there are many demigods, and usually they give material benefits, and that's good. That's there in the Vedic culture, but usually they don't give spiritual benefits. Though of course we have Lord Brahma, who is the head of our Sampradaya. We have Lord Shiva, who has his own Vaishnava school. We have Lakshmi Devi, who has her own school. So demigods, they also are representative of Krishna. So what they do on behalf of Krishna. So if we treat them in this perspective, then of course we show them all the respect, because they are more advanced devotees than we are, but we have to worship Krishna. That's what Krishna says. So if you are a beginner in ISKCON, you come for two Gita classes, then you are more you know more about Vedic culture than many of the people who are born in Vedic culture. And if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, then you can become very intelligent. And we have to understand that this is just the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. It's not that we are very intelligent. It's just Srila Prabhupada was so expert in presenting, in taking the Vedic scriptures and presenting them in a way that we will understand and that we can practice. And there's one more thing which is very specific. Srila Prabhupada presented this very complex culture for the understanding of Westerners. So he took this culture, this Vedic culture, and he put it in a way that we can understand. So it's not that he just took all the Vedic knowledge and gave it to us. He gave it in a way that is useful and applicable for us. So Srila Prabhupada's books and what Srila Prabhupada has given is pure gold. Like this is worth more than the weight in gold. You know, like you put same in gold. You put one big Bhagavatam. You put gold, and this Bhagavatam is worth more than this gold. You know, we should have this understanding. Of course, it's spiritual, you cannot even compare. But we should have this understanding that this Srila Prabhupada's books for us, they are like amazing. And once a disciple came to Srila Prabhupada and told him that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is his favorite writer. And you know what Srila Prabhupada said? He said, maybe your second favorite writer. Second, after me. Of course, Srila Prabhupada, it's not that Srila Prabhupada was proud and he said, I'm better than Bhaktivinoda Thakur or something. But Srila Prabhupada's books are better for us than Bhaktivinoda Thakur's books. Because, as I said before, Srila Prabhupada gave us this knowledge exactly in a way that we can understand it in the West. I remember I read Bhagavad Gita, and first day I started reading Bhagavad Gita, I understood, oh, I have to chant Hare Krishna, and I have to follow these principles. I didn't understand too much about how this karma yoga and this jnana yoga and this again karma yoga and dhyana yoga, they relate. But something I understood, you know, that I have to chant Hare Krishna and follow four regulative principles. And then after some time I understood, oh, there's also some Krishna here. It's not just a mantra. But the point is that Srila Prabhupada's books are the most important for us in ISKCON. That's why he's called Founder Acharya. So that's like fundamental, and everything is there, you know. We want to read about Radha and Krishna. Yes, it's there. If you read, I'm just rereading the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's there. Everything about the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, they are there, and they are also presented through the through Lord Chaitanya, which makes it even more powerful. So we shouldn't think that something is missing in Srila Prabhupada's books. Everything is there, and if it's not there, by following the process, we will realize what's there. We will realize what is missing, but it's not missing. So, of course, there are many books nowadays in ISKCON, and which is good. I mean, Srila Prabhupada wanted his followers to write books. He wanted everyone to preach. He wanted this, and he wanted the teachings of the acharyas to be presented. But we should understand what's the role of these books and what's the context. For example, many books, some of the books are meant to help people get to Srila Prabhupada's books. Because we might say Srila Prabhupada is a bit direct. Sometimes he calls people fools and rascals, and he's a bit direct. And maybe if you present his teachings with other words in other context, maybe you can help people get the same knowledge. But there's a but. These books should bring people to Srila Prabhupada's books. If these books or this kind of preaching doesn't bring people to appreciate Srila Prabhupada and appreciate Srila Prabhupada's books, then this preaching is, how to say, at least incomplete. It's you cannot say it's not useful, but it's incomplete. Sometimes you have even initiated devotees, they lack this appreciation for Srila Prabhupada. I mean, this is Srila Prabhupada's movement. So if we preach, we can use this technique, that technique, no problem. But the end result is we can say that our preaching was successful when we make someone a follower of Srila Prabhupada, someone who actually takes shelter of Srila Prabhupada, of Srila Prabhupada's books, of his teachings, of his devotees, and so on. And of course, there's also, so there's some of the books are, of course, there's many parts, but some of the books are in this part that they are trying to bring people to Srila Prabhupada's books, so that they should do that. And there is also translations, many of the writings of the 6 Goswamis. Of course, of the Goswamis, of other acharyas, which is, of course, good. But we should understand these writings in the mood of Srila Prabhupada. So we should be probably careful when you enter in these teachings, because Srila Prabhupada, and we have to understand Srila Prabhupada's mood, because Srila Prabhupada already selected from these teachings what is relevant for us. So we should recognize, because maybe some things there are not so relevant for us. They can be there, of course. They're coming from our acharyas, so they are, of course, relevant, but maybe they are not directly applicable for us. So the point is that even if we read these books, then we should read them. We should understand Srila Prabhupada's mood, and we should read these books in this mood. For example, if you read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, what is more important, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu or Nectar of Devotion? I mean, it's the same. But Srila Prabhupada already gave a summary of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and he gave it in a way that he underlined what's important for us. So so that's one point, that for us we should most of the time read Srila Prabhupada's books. And then if we read other books from the acharyas of the spiritual or the other spiritual masters, that's also all right. But we should understand what's their role, and we should really understand Srila Prabhupada's mood. This devotee was also asking what will happen differently during this challenge. We have Friday to Sunday, this Be a Monk challenge. Of course, as they say, this is old wine in new bottles. Of course, we don't drink wine, but that's just a saying. So this is just outside. It's a new bottle, Be a Monk challenge, and inside, it's the old process. So what we're gonna do different during this challenge is that we're gonna try to actually follow the process. Because Srila Prabhupada, he designed the perfect program. He designed the program perfectly. You wake up, you have morning program, you have evening program, and between you have some services, and everything is there. Of course, nowadays this misunderstood Raganuga Bhakti is there, that okay, I'm on a spontaneous platform, so I'll wake up at 6. No. If you're on spontaneous platform, you'll wake up at 3:30 and chant, and when be in such in the mood, in this expectation mood, oh, I'm gonna see Lord Chaitanya today, if you really have taste, For example, I heard, the cowherd boys, they wake up very early and they go to Mother Yashoda, and they're like, is Krishna awake yet? Let's go, we want to go and play. Because they are enthusiastic, So they wake up early, and Mother Yashoda has to send them home. And say, no, Krishna is still sleeping. Just go home and sleep. They sleep a bit more, and they wake up again, and they're like, Mother Yashoda, did Krishna wake up? Because we're enthusiastic. And Mother Yashoda, a few times, she has to send them home back to sleep, So, because they are enthusiastic to see Krishna. And if someone has this spontaneous love for Krishna, then he's enthusiastic to see Krishna. He will not snooze his alarm clock. Oh, 5 more minutes, Prabhu. No, he will be, oh my God, I have the opportunity to see Lord Chaitanya and his associates. Wow, that's amazing. So he will be there. He will wait for the curtains to open. He will be like, wow. So that's it's not that he does that Raganuga Bhakti is something different from Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is you have to beat yourself to go to the program. It's anyway. You don't beat yourself, but you have to beat your mind to go to the program. So, no, I don't feel like going to the program, but it's good for you. And sometimes you feel like going to the program, and sometimes you don't feel like going to the program. But still, if you're intelligent, you're like, okay, this is the medicine. I will take the medicine. So you will still go for the program. So that's and then if you do this for some time, then you get purified, and then automatically I saw in some place Srila Prabhupada says automatically you get to Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. So, yeah, you come, you follow the process, and Hare Krishna. That's all you need to do. And Srila Prabhupada designed this amazing process. Sometimes because we are on this Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti platform, we think this is boring. You wake up, every day you do the same thing, and you do the same thing, and every day you go for class, and every day you have to see the deities, and every day you do Guru Puja, and every day. And then you see, if you see someone on this platform, it's not that because he's such a boring person and he doesn't have anything else to do. No, if you see someone who actually does it, you can detect that probably he's at least on the Nishta platform, or at least some Nishta. And Nishta means that he can control his mind. Not only that he controlled his mind, but most of the anarthas are gone. Most of the impurities in the heart are gone. So that's why we should really appreciate this when someone is really stable in something, in devotional service. That's not very little. That's quite something, That this means that they are advanced. And of course, you can say they are probably at least on Nishta, and you don't know how advanced they are. But so we shouldn't take this lightly, and we should try. So that's why in this challenge we want to try to actually follow the process. And the theory is that if you follow the process, you do full morning program, as Lomanchita Prabhu always says. Which part of the morning program is important? You have to do everything is important, because if Prabhupada put it there, this means that it's important. If it wouldn't be important, then he wouldn't put it there. No? So you follow the full morning program and the full evening program and everything else. And that's Srila Prabhupada's genius. His books, his program, his daily program. And of course he designed temples in such a way that you do some service. What's the point of service? It keeps you in Krishna consciousness. I mean, we can sometimes have this mood that we do this japa retreat, we do this kirtamela retreat. And after, what happens after? And we expect that we go for these retreats, and then our japa will improve, our kirtan will improve. Și Panchatattva ki jai, și Gornentai ki jai. And that might be there. But one of the things which might be neglected is, what do you do when you don't do japa? What do you do when you're not on the Kirtan Mela? Because Srila Prabhupada translated the Maha Mantra as, "O Lord Krishna, or energy of Krishna, please engage me in your service." So then someone will come and says, "Okay, you are praying, you're doing your japa so nicely, here's some service." Like your request, you put a ticket, a request, and someone, it's approved. And then like, okay, here's your service. Oh, Prabhu, who are you to tell me what to do? I mean, if this mentality is there, then probably the progress is not so fast. So Srila Prabhupada gave an environment where there's also service. He gave deity worship. Deity worship means a lot of service. You have to do garlands, you have to do everything. Complicated. And of course, I'll read these verses also. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that only by service can we understand him. If you think we're of course, reading the books are also service, japa is also service. But Srila Prabhupada, he knew, usually in Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj would have temple devotees, they would chant 64 rounds. And Srila Prabhupada knew this is not for us. This is not for people in the West. So he gave, 64 rounds means 8 hours of 8 hours. So he gave, morning program, evening program, and some service. So then you also have 8 hours or more. Same package. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, there's at least 2 verses I know of. One, he says, "My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding." So Krishna says, yes, you cannot understand me, you do your japa and you think, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now Krishna has to reveal because I'm doing japa. He might, if you do it in the proper mood. Oh, Krishna, please engage me in your service. So the point is that Srila Prabhupada gave the whole environment in which there's not just japa, there is also some environment where there is some service. And of course the best service is preaching, because that's what Lord Chaitanya was saying. Preaching means preaching and supporting the preaching. Lord Chaitanya says, Yare Dekatare Kaha Krishna Upadesha Mara Gyaya Guru Hanatarai Desha. Instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Shri Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land. Srila Prabhupada's mood was always of reaching out to people. That's why he introduced so much Harinam, Sankirtan, but also this includes that you go out and you invite people in, and then when someone might even come, and then you might have to train him. Train him how to practice himself and how to give Krishna consciousness to others. So what? So the answer to this devotee's question: what we are trying to do different? We're not gonna do anything different. We're just going to try to follow Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada gave perfect books. Srila Prabhupada gave perfect program. Srila Prabhupada gave perfect environment where we can do service. And we just have to follow. That's all. That's all we have to do. And if you follow, of course, this because we are a bit contaminated, especially in the West, we come with so many crazy ideas. This, even if you follow, this might take some time until we get to the success, which means developing love for Krishna. But anyway, what else is there to do? There's this verse by Lord Brahma who gives the proper mood in which we have to follow. Tate Nukampa Susumiksha Mano, this famous verse. And Lord Brahma says, "My dear Lord, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him." So he's like patient. Earnestly waits. Because we have to understand that this devotional service is not something that we can take by our own force. We can, Bhaktivedanta Maharaj says that devotional service is crying and showing you're serious, what we are doing. This is our sadhana bhakti. And then we get the mercy. The mercy is not automatic. But somehow it's automatic because Lord Krishna and his representatives are very merciful, so they want to give the mercy. So he says, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him. By this patience, we show that we're serious. Like, yeah, okay. I'll wait more than 3 days for this mercy. Like, if you're 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, as long as it takes, no problem. All the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds. So there might be some problems on the way, mostly because of our bad karma. We might have done something wrong in the past. Maybe in the past lives, or maybe in this life. Sometimes I meet these people, you meet people and they are a good person. They eat meat, but you cannot convince them that maybe they did some mistakes in this life. So then I say, maybe you did something in your past life. And then sometimes they accept, they're like, yeah, maybe in past life, I don't know. But in this life, I'm perfect. So anyway, so we suffer these reactions because we might have done something in the past. Probably, maybe we ate meat before we became Krishna conscious. I mean, there's some reactions to that. And offering you respectful obeisances within his heart, words, and body is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. So you wait, you tolerate, and you offer obeisances, which also includes you follow the process. You don't just wait there. Oh, at some point, Krishna will show me his mercy. I'm not doing anything. It's like this joke that this person is praying to God to win at the lottery. And then he's praying, and then eventually God comes to him and says like, can you at least buy a ticket? So God is willing to help him to win the lottery, but he has to buy a ticket at the lottery at least, So anyway, that's so we have to wait, and we have to be patient, and we have to be tolerant, but we have to also follow the process. So that might take 1 life, 2 lives, 3 lives, 10 lives. Might take some time. Maybe even in this life. If we're really serious, then it might be even in this life. But what else is there to do? I mean, we tried everything. I really like the way the devotees in Bhakti Vedanta manner were promoting this Be a Monk challenge. They were like, their main idea, their main motto was like, you tried everything. You tried this, you tried this, you tried this, you tried this, and it doesn't work. So how about you try something new? So that's how they propose the Be a Monk challenge. Yeah, try being a monk. Maybe this works. You tried everything, it doesn't make you happy. How about you try this? So that's also that's a good way to see things. That we have tried. We had millions of lifetimes here. We tried everything. It didn't work. That's why we're here. It didn't make us happy. So how about we try to take Krishna consciousness seriously? So yeah, that's just somehow a glorification of Srila Prabhupada and what he gave us. Okay, if there's some, I speak too much sometimes. If there's some questions, comments. Okay, thank you so much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.